I'm Dr. Kat, and I am a licensed pharmacist in the United States. And I've lived a life of illness and chronic illness. And I have family members, loved ones that have also lived with chronic illness and are currently living with chronic illness. And there are too many times that I've seen where treatment is locked behind a paywall. And unfortunately, that leads to many people searching for answers and treatments and just to feel better, which is understandable. Unfortunately, we have a situation where we have well intentioned people, a lot are well intentioned. We do have some not well intentioned people that prey on this vulnerable population that I myself am included in. And what I mean by that is there are programs that you see, whether they're on social media or commercials, and they charge $29. And what happens is you click on these things to learn more. You sit through maybe 30 minutes to an hour of information that they talk about that they give you little bits and pieces, enough to make, kind of hook you. And then you go, okay, I'm signing up because I want to feel better. So you spend maybe $12, $29, $50, $49, something like that. And but that's not it. There's a lot of upsell in this, and so for a limited time, if you really want to get healthy, then you'll buy the upsell stuff, which is $12 or whatever, and before you know it, you're spending upwards of 150 on up. So you get the program or whatever it is, and then all of a sudden you see in fine print it says may not work for everyone. So okay, but you've spent the money and you're like, I'm gonna do this. This time it's gonna work. So you try it, and for a lot of people, unfortunately, it doesn't work, and it may even make you feel worse. Mentally, you may feel duped. I've done this before. I feel duped. I feel shame, embarrassed maybe, and yet, we're a vulnerable population, and we want to feel better, and people are making money off of it, for good or for better or for worse. So I spent an obscene amount of money to go through pharmacy school, and I spent a lot of money paying it back, and I spent about 20 years paying it back. One thing I got was a great education, right? And I learned to break down complex scientific information and to simplify it, not just for myself, but for my family and friends and for my clients. This is great, right? And I've been a huge proponent of self-advocacy and realizing that this comes from a place of luxury and privilege, because there are people out there that just don't have that. They just don't have the wherewithal. They feel overwhelmed when they go in, if they're able to see a healthcare practitioner, whether it's a nurse practitioner or physician assistant or an MD or a specialist. We go in there maybe well prepared, and then we see that white coat, and it's happened to me too, and we just kind of get small, and we may not ask the questions that we intended to ask, or there's just not enough time, because healthcare practitioners are overworked, honestly, and they are overbooked. And so we just listen and trying to be polite, or a good quote patient. We're trying to be patient, and we don't want to seem like trouble, and so we just don't ask the questions. It gets difficult. There's also been instances, even I go in and well-intentioned, and I forget to ask something, or I've been worse, I've been dismissed or brushed aside my questions or concerns, and then I end up in the hospital, and I'm sure there's people there nodding your head that are watching this right now. So that being said, I'm at the point in my life where I am just completely and utterly frustrated, irritated, and with the current system. I'm done with it. So, and this is in the United States, but this can happen all over the world. I've seen and studied some other systems throughout the world, and there are better places. Still, there's a long wait period for a lot of people. You have to wait 6 months to a year to 2 years to 3 years, or maybe even never, depending on where you are. I mean, there are they talk about food deserts. I mean, there are health deserts. It's very real. Even in very developed countries, you have to wait a long period of time sometimes to see a healthcare practitioner. So we're all trying to, be Google doctors, and sometimes it works, and a lot of time it just doesn't, and it can scare us. So that being said, I'm tired of being sick and tired, and I'm tired of watching people being sick and tired and getting sicker by the day and dying. With my education, I have the opportunity to disseminate as much information as possible. Now, this is contrary to what everybody keeps telling me, and I've seen it where, hey, you got to charge for your services, and I understand. Here's the thing. Everybody has a right to healthcare. That's my strong opinion. You may disagree. That's fine. I believe that everybody has a right to the best healthcare possible, to the most recent updated information possible. I don't know of anybody that just gives that away for free. And there's too many people suffering and hurting right now. And there are too many people that are watching their loved ones suffer and hurt. And so I created this channel to then hopefully break through some of that. This is a free channel. This is free information. I am not selling anything. I do not have supplements to sell. I am not associated with anybody other than my own company. And I just want to get as much information out there as possible. That's it. I just want to help. And so I'm going to use my education that I paid dearly for to help as many people as possible. If this is music to your ears, great. Welcome. Welcome aboard. If it's not, that's okay. Have a great day. For those of you that are sticking around, again, welcome. So excited to have you here. What this channel will be going over are disease states, how we develop the diseases, who's prone to them, is there a genetic component, going over the treatments for them, the medications, exercises, nutrition, that sort of thing. It will all be, and I'll also do mental health. Mental health is huge. Again, as I said, where your mind goes, your body flows. I've always said that. And so generally for a vulnerable population such as ourselves, mental health is extremely important. So I'll be going over that stuff too, and the medications for that, okay? And ways to do it without medication. But this will all be scientifically backed, evidence-based information. And that changes constantly, right? New medications out there, what we thought was true isn't, right? And that can happen. So I will always try to get the latest information and update you. So what can you do, right? How can you support this channel? Any questions you may have on anything, no question is too silly or too small. Please comment below and let me know what you want to hear. I'll make videos on it. It may take me some time to make the video, but that's okay. Some of them may be 5 minutes long. Others may be 45 minutes long. Doesn't matter. I will do it. And it's my privilege and honor to do that for you and your loved ones. What can you do that's free is you can subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, please. I have my own issues and chronic health to deal with and somehow earn a living, right? I'm giving everything away for free. So the free thing you can do, because it's such a tough time for pretty much everybody around the globe, is subscribe. That's free. Another thing you can do for free is you can tell your friends and loved ones about this channel. And if you tell 3, 5, however many others, and they watch, that helps a lot. And it helps them, right, get healthier. Another thing you can do, if I'll link in the comment section, is I will create, haven't yet, but I will create a Ko-Fi account. So any donation will help. If you are into reading and you love reading murder mystery whodunits and paranormal mystery, I write under my pen name KD Upton, and I'll put a link to that, my fiction books there. And I keep writing because that's a creative hobby. I also I'm painting. I'm teaching myself painting. So, I mean, if you want to do something and get something in return, there you go. But you can subscribe and you can watch, and that's free, and that helps too. It all helps. Spread the word. One thing I want to point out is this is educational information, right? I don't know you personally, and I don't know your background. So what can you do with this information? Take it to your healthcare team. Take it to your healthcare team and talk to them about it and see if it'll work for you. Again, this channel is created to disseminate as much information for free as possible. I care. I want to build a robust community that's incredibly inclusive and huge, right? So with that being said, that's all I have for this video. The next one, it'll be on a topic. So if you have one that you want me to talk about, particular medication, particular disease, or genetics, pharmacogenetics, that's a big thing. That's how the medications you take react to your own genetic code, which is different for everybody, right? So whatever it is, like that, nutrition, exercise, chronic fatigue, anything, just comment below. I look forward to your comments, and I thank you for watching and supporting this channel. Until next time, bye.